Hey guys, so I am making some breakfast bowls right now. So I figured I would just show you guys what I was doing. I've been posting my videos showing you guys the food items I've been hauling. So I figured I would show you one of the things I was making with it. So right now I just have a little bit of Bluebonnet in a skillet right here. And I'm going to add to this some onions that I have already diced up right there. So it's about a half a cup. In it, I'm going to also, I have some potatoes in here. So these are the golden potatoes that I have sliced up. It's about 6 of the larger size potatoes. And what I have inside of that is just some chicken stock and just any oil of your choice. Normally I would fry onions and put it in it, but since I'm putting onions in the eggs, then I'm not going to worry about it. And so in it, I just put some seasonings, some sea salt that I got from the Dollar Tree. I have some garlic powder. I have some cayenne pepper. And I put some onion powder in it as well. And so these are the potatoes right here from my haul. So you can see these right here, they're pretty big size potatoes. So I have 6 of those in there. And then over here I have my bacon cooking. I don't know if you guys can see, the foil is kind of up because I didn't want it to splash on my on the glass, but that's what I have going on with my bacon. So that is cooking in there. And so once I finish, I have these containers that I showed you guys that I hold as well from Big Lots. So I'm going to use these, and basically it's just going to be something I'm going to layer. I'm just going to have some fried potatoes on the bottom, some scrambled eggs, and then some bacon. So when I get to my next step, I will let you know. And as you just heard, my bacon is done. This is the second time I had to cook it a little longer than the package directions, because I wanted to make sure it was a little crispier, since I'm going to be putting it in the bowl in the refrigerator ahead of time. And then also I have my eggs right here that I'm going to scramble, and that is 14 eggs. And then I have my almond milk, as you can see right there, and I just add in my almond milk. I just eyeball it because I've been doing this for so long, so not too much. I mean, you don't want it to be a custard, you just want to be able to, you know, mix it and give it some fluffiness. And so a friend of mine put me onto this like years ago, like over 10 years ago. Whenever I scramble my eggs, I just always scrambled them. I never put any liquids or anything in it. And so they made breakfast for me one time, and they put some milk in it. And ever since then, if I don't have any milk when I do it, I just use some water, and then I just pour it in as I'm doing it. And so this is what it's looking like. Let me move this so I don't spill it. So that's what it looks like. So as you can see, it's still yellow. It's not super white and pale as if you were making like I said, like a custard or something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my onions in and get my eggs going, and then after that I'll be back. Alright guys, so I'm still stirring the eggs. I have the sauteed onions in the eggs, and I heavily seasoned the pan with just the onions in it, because usually once I put my eggs in, I don't put any more seasoning in it. So I try to make sure that for every ingredient that I add, which is normally cremini mushrooms, tomatoes, and onions, and spinach, that I season those really well in the pan, so that once I put my eggs in, I don't have to put seasonings directly into the eggs. So that way the eggs can come out as fluffy as possible, not all stiff and things like that. So I'm just waiting for these to finish, because I do not like runny eggs at all. I can't do it. Can't do over easy. I don't want anything running, dripping, but I don't want them burned either. So they're coming along pretty well. I put the top on over here, as you can see, on the potatoes, so I'm going to check those. So this is what they're looking like. And it's just constantly stirring to make sure that you get the ones from the bottom, because making fried potatoes without something sticking to the bottom is just like, you know, it just doesn't happen. So I put the chicken broth in here just to give the potatoes something to cook in besides just a plain water. But you can just use water if you want to. And this is the second time that I have added some, so I figure the first time I probably put in maybe 3/4 of a cup, and then the second time about the same, or maybe a cup. But there's no perfect measurement. You just kind of have to eyeball it and just keep stirring your potatoes. And if they break up, that's fine, because at the end of the day, it all comes with the territory of making your fried potatoes. So they're coming along good. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover those back up. Got my eggs cooked, and then my bacon, I wanted it to get a little more crispy, so I kept them in, and I put them in the I turned the broiler setting on. So now, as you can see, the bacon is a lot more crispier. So I'm gonna take that out and place it on some paper towels and let that drain, and then I'm just gonna keep an eye over the eggs. And I'm going to get ready to put the shredded cheese on top. So we tend to do Colby Jack or like a cheddar or something like that. So yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna put on. We opened a bag of Mexican blend tonight, but I doubt that I will be using that. But the eggs are coming along pretty good for the most part. They look like they're just about done. So normally, like I said, I would put the other veggies in, but somebody turned the refrigerator up somehow too cold, and so it made all of the mushrooms that I had go bad. We use all our tomatoes for like our turkey burgers and just snacking on them, and then as well as the spinach I've been using for my smoothies, which I told you guys. So I've been making green smoothies. So that is what's been going on with my spinach. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna use this one since I already opened it. So this is just the Mexican blend cheese. So I'm gonna use this one, and it has Monterey Jack, Asadero, and Queso Blanco cheeses. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sprinkle this over the top, and as you see, I'm just grabbing. So again, no measurements. You have to do it based off, you know, what you like, how cheesy you like it. Just like if you were making, you know, homemade pizza, you would put the toppings on there based off how much you really like it. My younger son, of course, he doesn't like his eggs super cheesy, and me and my older son, you know, the cheesier the better. So I try to, you know, balance it out, and then I just put the cheese on the top layer, so that way once I actually go to scoop the eggs out, there's certain areas I know that don't get as much cheese. So that way when I scoop it in there, the parts that don't have a lot of cheese, I just give it to my younger son. But I'm gonna go ahead and drain my bacon on a paper towel, and pretty much everything is just about done. I just gotta wait for a few of my potatoes to cook a little bit more. Some of them towards the end of the potato, you know, I couldn't cut it as even, so some of the pieces at the top are a little thicker than the rest. So once those get done, I'll be able to go ahead and assemble everything, and then I will come back and let you guys see how it's gonna look. And this is what the eggs are looking like right now. So nice and cheesy. So I will be back in a minute. Alright guys, so I am back. Everything is finally ready. So I have my bacon here on a paper towel so that it can drain. Sorry for all you vegetarians out there. Sorry, Helen. But this is how we roll over here. So the eggs are done, the potatoes are done. So what I'm just gonna show you guys is just how I'm gonna build the bowl. So for the first one, it'll be for my my oldest son, and for him I have to measure stuff because he is diabetic. So I have my scale right here, as you can see. Let me turn it around for you guys. So there are his fried potatoes, So I measured that, and the scale is by Taylor. I didn't purchase the scale, but I believe the person who gave it to me said they got it from Target. So it keeps fluctuating between 5.5 and 5.6 ounces, but that's basically where I want it at. So here we go. I'm trying to get it so you guys can see the bowl. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get my other bigger spatula. And I'm gonna take and scoop some eggs in. So there's some right there. Bam. So I basically just want to fill the bottom of the bowl up. So there it is right there. So nice cheesy eggs. And then I'm just gonna take his potatoes and dump them off the top. And just put those and kind of spread them out just a little bit. Now, of course, because of me stirring them, they have broken up some, which is perfectly fine. I just wanted to make sure everything was cooked. So that is with the potatoes on top, the fried potatoes. I tasted both. The potatoes are very spicy, and the eggs have the perfect amount of seasoning. So the fact that the potatoes don't have a stronger salty taste is perfect. And then on top, I'm just gonna take and place a couple strips of bacon, and there you have it. So that is his breakfast bowl, and these bowls right here, I believe they're 25 ounces. I don't think it actually says on here. I think it was only on the packaging, but if you look at my Big Lots haul that I just posted yesterday, you'll see them in the packaging, and I say what the ounces are. And this is the bowl. So all he has to do in the morning is just get up and just heat this up, and all he has to do is just add the carbs to it. So there you go, perfect size, perfect little meal. And then tomorrow, like I said, he can just throw it in the microwave before he gets on the bus, and then he can just, I don't know, make a smoothie with it or something. You see, I've been working, right? We got smoothie containers air drying right here. This is what I used for the smoothies to make my personal size smoothies. You see I have my beets just in case I watch a YouTube video and the person might be a little extra in case the kids are walking by. So I just have to clean up these last few things. And if you're wondering what I use, this book is what I use to flip through and find like measurements for like the potatoes that I did. So when you open this book, it has like a fast food section right here. And so basically you just look to see the restaurant that you want, and then it tells you, you know, the carbs and the fat and all that good stuff. And then it has an index at the back, so you can look up certain types of food or a restaurant. And then, so basically what I did for his is I just went under vegetable, and I went over, where is it? Over here. Yeah. So I went under vegetable, I went to potato, and I just found the closest description to what I could for what I was trying to make. So I used the one right here. So without skin, 5.5 ounces, and that'll be 34 carbs. So that's pretty much it for my breakfast bowl, and I'll show you what I have left. So that's how much bacon I have left. And all I did was I took a regular size pack of bacon. So this is 16 ounces right here that I got from Aldi's. And all I did was cut, I just took this knife and cut down the middle of the pack. And I just used one side. So I cut the whole thing about this wide. I cut it in half, and I just took some off, whichever side was the easiest to peel off, and I cooked that in the toaster oven, and then eventually I broiled it. And then after making that one bowl, this is how many eggs that I have left out of the 14, and this is how much potatoes I have left. So you see I have a very good amount still left. So I have 2 containers left because one of the containers I've already used tonight to pack my older son's lunch. But I'm going to pack these last 2. So I'm going to label this one so he knows that it's his, that it's measured out a certain way. And then I'm just going to go ahead and make these 2 so my younger son and I can have breakfast for tomorrow. And that's pretty much that. So I hope you guys enjoyed a mini little cooking tutorial. Hopefully it was helpful. And I know we're going to enjoy it because that's just how we do. Next time when I do the eggs, they will definitely be more colorful and I'll have everything in it. My mushrooms and my tomatoes. Well, maybe not the tomatoes. My little son, he's not always a fan of those. But depending on how I cook it, if I do it the right way, put the tomatoes in last, then it's perfect. And then I have my spinach in it. But I really want to save those for my green smoothies. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Ta-ta.